So, when are you going to tell him?
Oh, I'm going to tell him that you got the flat tyre and I had to change it because you were trying to make some stupid point about
Maggie,
quality.
Ben. When are you going to tell Ben?
Oh, I see. Oh, I don't know. I mean, what's the big deal? Maybe I should just go out with him. Get it over and done with. It's a joke. Open the glove box.
Why?
Do you have to question everything I ask you to do? Open the glove box. Open it.
PJ Love. M.
You don't have to worry about Ben, PJ. I don't want to go out with him or anybody else. I'm waiting for an opportunity to tell him.
I don't know what to say, Max.
You say thank you. And then you can say, I'm sorry I made you drive the car off the road. You say it with me.
All right.
I'm sorry I made
that
you drive the
me
car.
drive
No,
the
you
car
made
off
me
the road.
drive the
I'm sorry that you made me drive.
PJ, up there, look. Mount Thomas 508 to BKC.
508, go ahead.
He's alive. Just.
Right, we've come across at 12 and 16. We require an ambulance urgently on the Old Ridge Road about 2 k's north of the tip turnoff. One person seriously injured.
Received that, 508.
Bloody idiot didn't wear a seatbelt.
What's this?
It's a bullet hole. It's been shot.
Hello. Morning.
Hey! Learned your whole one line for the play yet?
Viva Rice from Buddy.
Zoe said that he's stabilised, but it's not looking very good.
You gonna come and see me, are you?
No, I can't.
Oh, you piker. What, an evening of death and blood-sucking doesn't interest you, huh?
No, actually, I've got my first chemo treatment tomorrow night.
St David's are at the crash site banging up crime scene. Now you're going with the ID.
PJ, this number is still busy.
What, the one on the tag?
Yeah, like some sort of a medical tag. It's got a logo of a bird on it.
What's going on?
Yeah, there's been a shooting out on the Old Ridge Road. Male in a vehicle heading away from the tip.
Yeah, we think it might be a kid with a 22.
On purpose. It'd have to be good to hit a car doing over 80 k's.
Or maybe it was just a lucky shot. Lucky for who?
There we go. Our bloke's one Grant Foster, moved from St David's 2 months ago. Coming, Doyle?
Jill Foster, I'm Grant's wife.
Well, Mrs. Foster, when you're ready, we'll need to ask you some questions.
Excuses. So, what's his condition? He doesn't look good.
Well, by the time the ambulance brought him in, he'd stopped breathing. We put him on the ventilator immediately, but he's showing no response at all to the breathing test.
Well, what does that mean?
Well, it means that he may not wake up at all.
So what about the bullet? Did you try and remove him? Why not?
See, the bullet lodged here, in the brain. And there's just no way that we can get to it without causing further damage.
Sorry, how did it get there without killing him?
It's a chance in a million. We're just not going to know how much damage has been done until he wakes up. He could have memory loss, he could have lost his speech, parts of his body could be paralysed. That's the best case scenario. You see, what I'm really concerned about is that he's just showing no response at all.
Well, we could have ourselves a 38 there, Mags. What do you reckon?
Ben will be very interested.
We've only been married a month. We just bought the house. We've started repainting it, and Grant went down to the shop to get some more undercoat. When he didn't come back, I went looking for him.
Where?
The paint shop. He wasn't there. I was really angry with him because he's such a wanderer. I thought that he'd just go on shopping. And all the time he was in that car, hurt.
Now, when we found him, he'd been towing a trailer.
The garden shed has been rotted through with white ants, so he said that he was going to take it to the tip. But I don't understand. He didn't tell me that he was going to do that today.
No, it's fine. It's fine, Mrs. Foster. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much for your time. Well, she insists that her husband doesn't have an enemy in the world, so I think you might be barking up the wrong tree, Ben.
Well, it wasn't a friend who popped the bullet into Detective Sergeant Giuseppe Romano. Homicide.
How are you? Tom Croydon. This is Senior Detective Hasham, Senior Constable Doyle.
Hello.
And through.
Thanks. You didn't waste any time?
No time to waste, Ben. Oh, I have a message for you. Give your boss a call. You need it for a job in St. David's.
Will do.
The Foster case. I hear there's a wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's start there. She's still out at the hospital?
Come on through.
Yeah.
Homicide? Don't you investigate dead people? Grant's alive.
Someone tried to kill your husband, Mrs. Foster. Now, fortunately, they didn't succeed, but we still have to treat it as an attempted homicide.
You'll get whoever did this.
I'll do everything I can. Now, I'm sure Senior Detective Hasham has already asked you a lot of questions, but I'd like to do this right. So let's go right back to the beginning now. Can you think of anyone who would want to do this?
Detective, we don't even know anyone in town.
Did you know your husband had taken out life insurance, Mrs. Foster? It's just a routine question.
Right. Well, yeah. Yeah, he did take out some sort of policy.
I checked out the paint shop. Foster bought 6 litres of undercoat at 9 o'clock, so he obviously went straight there from home.
Well, and he went to the tip after that. So what was he doing driving away from the tip with the rubbish still on board?
Another thing, no one at the paint shop claims to have seen the wife come in.
Thought you'd be in St. David's by now.
Yep, I'm just on my way. Been following up a few leads on the Foster case.
How did you go?
Put it this way, in the event of Grant Foster's death, someone picks up a swift 150 grand.
By someone, I take it you're referring to his wife.
Well, that's right.
Don't you think we're moving a little bit fast on this?
I'd like to get her wrapped up before Christmas, but hey, that's just me.
I'll report in from St. David, see if there have been any further developments.
Yeah, see you later, Ben. Hey, PJ.
Yep.
When we got to the vehicle this morning, the driver's side window was wound all the way down, wasn't it?
Yep.
Well, it was freezing this morning, wasn't it? We had our windows done up and the heater on.
Maybe Foster liked the feel of the wind in his hair.
What are you getting at, Doyle?
Well, we've been assuming that the bullet travelled through the open window, hit Grant Foster in the head, and he crashed immediately. But because the window was down, he could have been shot somewhere else and managed to drive away.
So you're saying that he was shot at the tip?
Well, the shed was still on the trailer. Maybe he wound down the window to reverse, and maybe he stayed conscious long enough to drive away.
How far's the crash site from the tip?
Well, it's less than 5 k's.
It's worth a look.
The tip, then. Show me the sights of Mount Thomas.
All right. Something got a track here.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a match.
You've got a match.
All right, so what? He gets out of the car.
Yeah, now he would have come around the back of the car to untie the shed. PJ, look. Oh, there's blood.
Yeah, there's a trail of it. So this is probably the area where he would have been shot. So this is our crime scene.
So we know that he's managed to get back into the car, take off, and he hasn't had time to put his seatbelt back on.
So that fits.
I wonder if more than one shot was fired.
We're going to need to do a search.
Yeah.
Is that necessary?
Well, there could be discarded casings. The gun may have been empty.
PJ?
Well, as Celia Donald says, position, 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 eh?
It's still warm.
Wonder if they saw anything.
Well, I tell you, whoever it is, I'm not waiting for him to come back.
Yeah, that Humpy belongs to an old bloke named Horry. I don't know what his surname is, I doubt if he does, but he moves on every summer.
Oh, that's gory old Horry.
Well, we're hoping he may have seen something, Dash.
Well, if he was on the Terps, he won't have. Any idea who the shooter might have been?
Wife's story's full of holes. No one saw her at the paint shop. She says Foster wasn't at the tip, and he was.
Well, frankly, I can't see Jill Foster at the tip with a gun wanting to kill her husband.
Stranger things have happened.
It could have been anybody. A robbery gone wrong, some kids playing with a weapon borrowed from their dad.
Well, the insurance gives a motive, the story gives her opportunity, so...
I reckon I'll go in with some harder questions.
Look, I know it's your homicide investigation, Peppy, but I'd appreciate it if you'd tread lightly.
Boss, I finally got onto that number on Grant Foster's tag. It was an answering machine, something called the Future Foundation.
The fourth response is on their way out to the tip. I want you and Cooper to check it out, right?
Business affair.
You want us to find casings in 4 acres?
We're looking for evidence, Dash, especially around the hill.
Oh, good, thanks. That narrows it down.
How long were you at the paint shop, Mrs. Foster?
Only a minute, maybe less. I could see that Grant wasn't there, so I left.
Did you speak with anyone?
No.
Why not?
Well, like I said, I could see Grant wasn't there.
Right, where'd you go after that?
I went to the bank. No, sorry, I went home. I
You
was gonna
sound
go to the
unsure.
bank. I'm sure. Shouldn't you be finding the person that did this?
Oh, we are.
You can't seriously think I did this.
Excuse me, Jill Foster? Oh, hello. My name is Claire Jansen, and this is my colleague, Dr. Steiner.
Hi, Doctor. Is he going to be okay? Is he going to wake up? I'm sorry. We are the specialists.
Oh, no, we're from the Future Foundation. Oh, did your husband not tell you about us?
Tell me what?
We're a cryonics organization. Do you know what that means? Cryonics is the practice of freezing a body after death for rejuvenation at a future time.
So you're saying that Mr. Foster here signed up for your program?
Yes. In the event of your husband's death, we're here to take his body back to Arkansas. Well, usually our presence in these situations is a source of great comfort to the families.
Well, by telling the people that you're here to freeze-dry their nearest and dearest?
For many people, suspension offers them the relief of knowing that there's an alternative to death. I mean, we honestly had no idea that Grant Foster hadn't discussed his plans with his wife. We encourage full disclosure by our clients.
So how did you know about the accident?
We received a call from your Constable Cooper.
The tag.
Right, now you see, Miss Jansen, Grant here was the victim of a shooting. Now, if he does die, we're going to have to remove the bullet and do a post-mortem. Now, how would that affect his, what do you call it, status?
Oh, well, not at all. We can still freeze the body after the post-mortem.
Sounds expensive.
Oh, yes, it is extremely. We require a $10,000 join-up fee, but the full amount is $150,000. And I know that's a lot of money, but many people elect to pay out of their life insurance, which is what Grant Foster has done.
My husband is coming home with me just as soon as he wakes up, which will be any minute now, won't it, sweetheart? Hmm? And the first thing I do when he wakes up is I get him to withdraw from this whole cryonics thing.
I think we need to look further than the wife.
Oh, she's as guilty as sin. Come on.
Well, and if she isn't? She is in love with her husband. They have bought their dream house. They're doing it up. Everything is perfect for them.
Domestic
And then all of a
bliss.
sudden, he's on death's door. She's got all these coppers turning up to the house. Everybody's acting like he's already dead. And to top it all off, there's two weirdos come to town who want him to freeze his body.
Look, in 5 years and they'll be fighting over kids and dirty nappies. He'll have gone to fat. And...
She probably won't even be interested in sex.
Yeah, but what the hell? They had 2 good months, right?
Gee, obviously not one for committed relationships.
Listen, first thing in the morning, I want a warrant to search the house.
On what grounds? Suspicious circumstances.
It might be an idea if we keep an eye on him, because we'd look pretty stupid if his wife went in there and finished him off in the hospital bed.
You volunteering, Sergeant?
No. No, I've got to learn my line.
One line. Take the script with you.
It's a big line.
Good night, boys and girls.
We foster a bedtime story.
Twilight of the Living Dead. I don't know if that's a good choice for Foster.
There you go, man.
Ben, how'd the job go?
Let's go. Any news on the gun?
No.
Sorry.
Such
Oh, thanks.
Are you heading straight home?
Yeah. Well, it's, Dash has got a big day tomorrow, and I don't want her to be on her own tonight.
Yeah, right.
Hey, it's only for one night.
No, you give him the best.
All right, so.
Okay.
Hi. Oh, Maggie, have you seen the phone bill? Yeah, try the kitchen. Yep, I've got it. Look, I'm going to pay the whole lot if you just want to give me cash for your bit last year. Yeah, sure. What's the hurry? It's not due until next month. Yeah, I'm just getting organised. I paid the electricity bill. If you want to pay the gas, and then just take it out of the money that you owe me. Something wrong? No. Dash, are you worried that the chemo is going to make you too sick to do all of this stuff? No, they say you should be fine. But if you're not, it's not a problem because I can do it for you. Maggie, I don't want you to do it for me. Oh, how about I make us some dinner? No, I've already had something to eat. I'm going to go to bed. Oh, come on, it's early. It's only 8:30. I know, I'm just tired. Dash, you don't have to do this on your own, you know. Yes, I do.
We will rise from the dead. We will rise from the dead. We will rise from the dead.
he will rise from the dead.
Poor sod. We will rise from the dead. We will. Weevils rise from the bread. Weevils rise from the dead. We will rise from the dead. We will rise from the dead. You right?
What are you doing?
Protecting your husband.
From who? From me?
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Max, how's Dash?
As good as can be expected.
Morning all. Time to hit the Foster house. I got the search warrant. So let's move on it ASAP.
Well, that was fast. Practically got no evidence, Peppy.
Well, sometimes it's not how much you got, PJ. It's what you do with it.
PJ!
What do you got?
Take a look at this. Looks like Jill Foster's going on a holiday for 3 weeks.
Paris, London, travel itinerary, Mrs. J. Foster. Where'd you find it?
In the second drawer there, tucked underneath the clothes.
So, not taking the hubby?
Well, of course it was hidden. It's a present for Grant. I've just started teaching at the high school and I can't get holidays until Christmas, but Grant's got a month off. And I don't want him hanging around here just because of me. He works so hard.
Problem is, it's made out to a Mrs. J. Foster.
Yeah, because I went into the travel agent and organised it.
The point, Mrs. Foster, is that it clearly
Right,
looks
that's
like...
enough, mate.
Zoe.
Did you do the test? Yeah. Is he okay?
Jill, I'm afraid that the news is not good. Grant isn't responding to any of the tests. He doesn't blink when his eyeball's touched. He doesn't cough when we remove tubes. He doesn't respond.
That's because he's unconscious, surely.
No, these tests are designed to observe involuntary muscle movements. You'd still expect to see those in a comatose patient. Jill, the fact that Grant isn't responding to these tests suggests the probability that he is brain dead. There's one more test that we can perform. It involves turning off the respirator for 5 minutes and seeing if he can breathe by himself.
And if he breathes, that means he'll wake up.
If he breathes, that means he might wake up.
Please breathe. Please breathe. Please breathe.
Maybe a few more minutes, maybe 5 wasn't enough.
I'm really sorry, Jill. Your husband's brain dead. There's just no chance of reviving him.
Well, that's it then.
Well, at least we'll get the bullet. I'm just trying to think of the positives, that's all.
So, there's your outcome.
Is he definitely dead?
Yeah, he just looks like he's alive. Even on the ventilator, he'll be dead within a few days. I've given Jill the option to turn the machine off if that's what she wants.
Some decision.
Mount Thomas 508, armed hold-up in progress, steam packet bottle shop.
Right, got it.
One elderly male offender armed with handgun.
I received that, VKC will attend.
I didn't do anything wrong. I just wanted a beer. Just one beer.
Yeah, well, maybe you should have stayed at the tip, eh,
Watch
Horry?
your head.
Is that the weapon?
Yeah.
Police issue?
I'll go with Adam.
Right.
I'll see you back there.
Okay.
I just wanted a beer. The light one so I could drive.
Horry, you haven't had a car since 1953.
Come on, Horry. Let's go to the cells.
His name's Ford, Henry Ford.
Yeah, and I'm William Holden.
Should we charge him, boss?
Well, we can't just let him go around shooting up the town without doing something. I'm very curious to know how he came by this.
Well, I'll get it off to fingerprints and ballistics.
Right, so we know that there are 3 bullets in there, 3 have been spent. Now, one of those is in the ceiling of the Steam Packet Hotel, one is in Grant Foster's
Assuming
head.
this is the gun that shot Grant.
Well, it's a bit of a coincidence if it isn't.
So we've got 1 bullet unaccounted for. I haven't found anything yet at the tip.
Well, we're searching through about 4 acres. It could still be there.
All right, Pepe, what's your theory?
Well, either Jill Foster shot her husband, dumped the gun, and Horry found it, or Horry
shot Foster.
Horry? In cold blood? I don't think so.
Well, it could be that someone else shot him for an entirely different reason.
What? An alien parked his UFO, zapped Foster, flew off again. Hey, but we don't have the evidence. What we do have is Horry, who had the right gun in the right place.
Okay, so let's say that maybe Jill Foster bought Horry a bottle of brass in return for doing the deed.
Yeah, well, you're just going to have to wait until he sobers up. If he sobers up.
There's something bothering me about him.
Who?
Who? Him.
I can see that.
He's really riding roughshod on this. There's something going on.
Mags, it's just the way he works.
No. You watch him. He is trying to nail the first person that comes along.
Give the guy a chance.
Why? He's not giving anyone else a
This
chance.
sounds like personal bias to me.
Well, it's a gut feeling.
But you're saying that this guy would go in there and try and nail someone, anyone.
I don't know, and that's what's bothering me.
Is this a girl thing?
No. I just want you to be careful, please.
Hey, Dan, I just thought I'd pop by, see if you're behaving yourself. And I wouldn't mind a cup of tea to wash down this hamburger.
Shouldn't you be at work?
I've been there all night. I've been looking after Foster. Bloke in the hospital.
Oh, yeah, the boss rang me. Told me about the cryonics thing.
Yeah, snap freezing. It's pretty freaky, isn't it?
Yeah, but they have got a point.
You reckon?
Well, think about it. What have you got to lose? No, seriously, why don't you just think about it for a second? Why don't you imagine that it's you in that position? That it's you that's facing death? Imagine that, and you tell me what you've got to lose.
Well, you know, what happens if there's a God?
I thought you didn't believe in God.
Well, no, I don't believe in God, but just supposing. Well, if there's not a God, then there's a better place you're supposed to go to when you stop breathing, you know, when you die. And then you stop from going there because of this freezing thing.
Yeah, but it is just, it's your body that's frozen, it's not your soul. Or
Well, okay. So you go to this good place you're supposed to go to when you die, but then you get dragged back to Earth, to your old body in 50 years' time. I mean, it's not on. I mean, it's the equivalent of making an omelette and then someone comes up to you and says, turn it back into a dozen eggs.
Have you ever thought that it might just give some people hope?
Not real hope. It can't be, can it? Because these people prey on the vulnerability of crook people and they just turn that fear into a desire to live forever.
I'm not actually talking about forever. I'd be happy with about 10 years myself. Horry's awake. He says he can't remember anything, but he might be better after a cup of coffee. Have you got something?
Mm-hmm. We got fingerprints.
What, from the gun?
No, on the cartridges. We've got the person who loaded it. One Trent Mark Kenny.
That's saying nothing, mate. Fine, not a problem. But when ballistics come back with a report on that bullet, you're gone for murder.
Trent, I know this isn't one of your family you're covering for, because if it was the case, then I would understand. But you see, there's no point in going to jail for a stranger. Now, you could be looking at 15, 20 years, no parole. It's a waste. I'm sure even your cousin Joe would agree with that.
Well, do I get a guarantee?
You're not buying a fridge here,
But
Mr.
we
Kenny.
can guarantee that your prints are on the bullet. Interview between Senior Detective Hashem and Detective Sergeant Romano and Trent Mark Kenny commencing at 11:45 a.m. Now, Trent, who put you up to it? Mate, it's not worth it. Give us her name.
Wasn't a woman. It's a guy. Just a guy I met at the pub.
Which pub?
Steam Packet. We were talking, he said he had a gun for sale. I just wanted to check it out. So we went and met up at the tip.
All right, so what was his name? Will you please speak up for the tape? Thanks, Trent.
Vince.
Vince who?
I don't know, just Vince. He never said.
All right, so you met up at the tip.
Vince was showing me the gun, I was checking it out, and this car drives in.
Describe the car.
It was a blue Holden. He had a trailer. The guy got out and started unloading stuff, and then he spotted us.
Right, so you started shooting at him?
No, Vince did. He just started shooting. He went berserk, man. I was yelling at him to stop. The guy jumped back in his car and took off. I said I didn't want the gun anymore. He wouldn't give me back my money. The guy was just out there, man. He was insane.
You didn't believe all that crap, did you? Mysterious gun seller at the tip. He just wants out of there, PJ.
But who does he say it was?
Well, Vince, we didn't get a last name.
Look, there is no Vince. It's just, the whole thing's just a cop-out. Now, as far as I'm concerned, we charge him. He admits to being at the tip, to loading the gun, and to the shooting at Grant Foster.
Witness to the shooting off.
It'll stick, PJ.
Now, listen, Kenny says he brought the gun. He's Vince's character, and he shot Foster. Now, look, even if it doesn't stick, OK, he got the gun from someone.
Yeah, true. But it still could have been Kenny to pull the trigger.
Oh, Ben, you're back early.
So much lunchtime? I heard about the gun. Where is it?
It's off to ballistics.
And who bagged it?
Why? I did.
Who was with you?
Oh, Ben, I was, and Adam was with me.
Yes.
Were you there, Peppy?
Pass that on.
What's the problem, Ben?
There's no problem.
Excuse me, Detective Stewart. Senior Sergeant Marsh on the phone from St David's wants to know when he'll be back.
Tell him I'll be a while. I'm on to something more urgent.
Yes, I agree. It sounds like Romano's taking a hard line with Kenny, but I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
His evidence is not complete. Now, he's got his heels dug in. I can't figure out why.
And what's going on with his mate, do you think?
And Ben? Well, the serial numbers confirm it's one of the guns that he's after. I think he's just being meticulous about following it up.
Well, there definitely seems to be something between him and Romano. Peppy said anything to you, PJ?
No, he plays his cards pretty close to his chest.
Oh, well, first things first. You've got an hour before Romano hauls Trent Kenny off to Melbourne.
Old Horry's losing it in the cells there. He wants to speak to someone.
Something to go on with.
I didn't do nothing wrong.
Horry, you held up the bottle shop attendant at the Steam Packet Hotel.
I just wanted to be there.
Yes, mate, I know that, but where did you get the gun?
I found it. On the ground at the back of my place.
At the tip?
Yeah. I just wanted to be there.
OK. Now, we have reason to believe that the gun was dropped and that you saw the person that dropped it.
Oh, no, I didn't see nothing.
Horry, your fingerprints are all over the gun. We have a bullet extracted from the dead man that matches that gun. Now, if you don't speak up, old son, you could be charged with murder.
I was just minding my own business, and I saw these two fellas. They were looking at something. Oh, I couldn't see what it was.
Man's a derro.
Look, Peppy, listen to the tape. It's a match on Trent Kenny's story.
That's why the last bullet didn't turn up in the search, because it had been fired off in Horry's direction.
Thank you, Senior Constable. Now, what do you want, PJ? You want to let Kenny go?
Well, we can still charge him on firearms offences.
Firearms offences. The kid'll do a couple of months and he'll be back in your town by Christmas. And you're completely dismissing this business with the wife.
No.
We'd be idiots not to follow that
I
through.
really think that the wife is out of the picture, Detective Sergeant.
All right, anyhow, I'll take Kenny off your hands. I'll drive him back to Melbourne with me.
There's a small problem there. Peppy, you see, we need to talk to him about Vince.
See, we need the man who sold him the gun. He's the one we want to charge with murder.
Oh, Ben, we're organising that face fit.
Thanks.
If he means that much to you, he's yours. I doubt you'll have much luck finding this Vince guy.
Hey, Peppy, we'll find him.
Want me to show you to your room?
No, thanks. Thanks for the lift, though. You should go and get some sleep, and I'm sure you have better things to do.
I don't mind, honestly.
Hey, Dash. Just go straight through. I'll be with you in a second.
Yeah, come on, I hope you get settled in.
Can I just talk to you, Brent?
Yep.
I've just spoken to Jill Foster. She's made her decision.
Yeah, mate, she's about to switch off the ventilator.
Ironic, isn't it? She stuffs up the shooting so she gets to do it legally.
I suppose we could charge her if we can get prints on the weapon.
Mate, do you reckon she used to shoot her? I mean, she's been in the hospital for 2 days. She hasn't slept.
Look, case last week. A woman bludgeoned to death. Her husband finds her, falls apart. He cries for 6 hours in the interview room. When we find the weapon, his prints are all over it.
No, it's your call, buddy. I'm going to freshen up.
Got a match on the face fit here. Got a Vincent Allen. And Kenny's positive this is the bloke that sold him the gun.
Do we know anything about him?
Yeah, just come. Oh, here it is, boss. Right, he's got form for theft and possession. He did time a while back. Accessory to armed robbery. Looks like he's been in and out of jail all his life, more in than out.
It's got to be our bloke.
All right, Cooper, take this photo and show it around the pub. Start with the steam packet. See if anybody's seen this joker.
What? Boss? Yeah, OK, Zoe, we'll get onto it. Bye. That was Zoe. Got a problem.
Grant's dead.
No, it's more than that. Body's gone missing from the hospital.
I detached him from the life support system and then from the ventilator, and then I left Jill alone.
Well, you left her alone.
Yeah, that's perfectly normal under the circumstances, PJ.
Oh, how long were you gone for?
I had a woman go into labour, so I was gone for about an hour, and then when I got back, I thought they'd taken the body down to the morgue.
Oh, did they?
Well, no, I checked with the staff and nobody saw anything.
All right, so, all right,
the wife was gone and the body was
but
gone.
But where were the chronics people?
Well, they were gone too.
If she had taken the body, she's not going to bring it back here, is she? And why would she take the body anyway?
All right, Maggie, if she is involved in the shooting, right, she's going to need the bullet. Now, the bullet is inside her husband's head.
You're not taking Romano's line on this again, are you?
I just need to cover all angles, that's all.
What now? So do I have to sign something for the post-mortem? Do I have to sign the release
No, that's not why we're here. Mrs. Foster, we need you to tell us what happened at the hospital.
Right. Well, I sat with Grant until he stopped. The silence, it was so horrible.
Yeah, you're right.
I just left. I'm so sorry I didn't tell Dr. Hamilton I couldn't find her, and I just really wanted to come home, so I just left.
That's fine, Mrs. Foster. When you were leaving the hospital, did you see any of the chronics people around at all?
Yeah, I think that they were in the corridor when I first left the room.
Did they know that the life support was to be turned off? And you told them?
Yeah, I said that they couldn't go ahead with it. Oh my God.
Mrs. Foster,
Please just go away now.
I'm very sorry. We'll contact you the minute we know anything.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Did you search her house?
Thanks very much for
Oh,
that.
boss, we thought that she'd been through enough already.
Now, the chronics truck disappeared at the same time as the body disappeared from the hospital.
How on earth did they get the body out of the hospital in the middle of the day without anybody seeing it?
Well, an orderly found an abandoned wheelchair in the car park.
Why would the chronics people take it? I mean, if they steal the body, I assume they lose the insurance payout.
Maybe it's like some sort of cult where the money's less important than the principle.
Mount Thomas 208 to VKC. Can I have Mount Thomas Station on local?
Mount Thomas Station to Mount Thomas 208, go ahead.
I'm at the commercial hotel, boss. According to Carla, Vince Allen's girlfriend was just in here.
Is she still there?
No, I'm worried she might have been tipped off.
You better get moving. Have you got an address?
Yeah, number 80 Patterson Street. The girlfriend's name is Nola Budge.
Yeah. Roger that, Cooper. The others are on their way. You better get back here. I'll notify SOG.
Mount Thomas 258, the suspect's vehicle's heading towards us on Patterson's Road. We'll intercept 508 to block the road.
Roger that.
doesn't matter.
Are you Nola Budge?
Yeah?
Hey, Nick.
What do you want?
Where's Vince?
He left town.
What's in the back?
Mo washing.
Madam, get out of the car. Hands away from your body, please.
It's stuck.
Get out of the car now. Move. Madam, take the back seat, please.
I'm telling you, it's Mo washing. You want to do it for me?
Come on. Yes, take a sit over here, okay?
Just get your hands off me, you bloody gorilla.
Here you go.
Nola here was going to tell us where we might find Vincent Allen.
Can't tell you something I don't know.
Why, he didn't happen to mention where he might be going?
Not that I remember.
We're being charged with accessory to murder. Jog your memory.
Hello, Mount Thomas Police, Constable Cooper speaking.
He might have said something about Queensland.
That's more like it. Sergeant, would you show Miss Budge into the interview room, please?
Display, Miss Budge. Don't mind.
Okay, thank you. Boss, got a location on the cryonics truck.
Honestly, Detective, we have not got him. I can assure you we are not in the habit of body snatching.
You were at the hospital when the machine was being turned off, right?
Only as support for Jill.
So we'll take a look.
Now, honestly, you are not going to find Grant Foster in there.
Excuse me, would you mind opening up? Could you open up, please? Thank you. All right, so what if Trent Kenny was telling the truth about the accident?
Now, what about Jill Foster? I guess she's probably innocent, yet she's been pressured by us, she's been accused of murder, and then to top it all off, those two want to whisk her husband's body off to the deep freeze.
Yeah. Could be enough to send an innocent person over the edge, huh?
Swing low, sweet cherry.
Dash, you ready?
Coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming for to carry me home. I looked out over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me
Zoe just rang. Dash is asleep, but the word is she doesn't want any visitors anyway. She doesn't want to be seen fluorescent green. She'll give you a call first thing in the morning. How'd your day wind up?
Oh, swift justice in St David's. I wish we could say the same for Vince Allen.
Well, when we do find him, mate, we'll have a good case against him.
Yeah, well, I just feel a lot happier if we had him in a cell.
You've got a warrant out for his arrest, so we'll catch up with him eventually. That was nice teamwork today, Eula.
Hey, can I have a word?
What, eh?
Yeah.
These for the play, eh?
Oh, I'm a little bit tired myself.
I don't think I can make it either.
No, I've got one line.
Yeah, well, Blinken would miss you anyway.
I think we're a little bit over the living dead.
But I'll see you then.
Good.
All right, bye.
See you later, everybody. See you, Ben. See you, mate.
What was that all about?
Honestly? Dinner at my place.
Oh, with...
Yeah, but it's just dinner. It's no big deal. Now, don't you worry about it because I can handle him. Oh, what's the time? I haven't looked at you. Oh, gotta go. He's coming at 8.
All right.
See ya. Oh, hi.
I just got the Berg brief that we can go over for Monday.
Tonight?
Yeah, well, it's just that we've been busy the last couple of days. Yeah, well, I don't want to cut into your time with Ben. It's a nice dress.
Oh, it's
new,
it's quite
isn't it?
old.
Well, look at this. Very romantic. Eh? Prawns. You never cook prawns for me, Max.
Well, I wanted tonight to be special.
Yeah. You sort of like him, don't you?
It's for you. I knew you'd come over.
But what about the cosy little chat?
Well, I told him that I absolutely couldn't see anybody from work.
Liar, pants on fire.
Shame about the prawns, though.
What?
The Berg briefs.
No, they're not urgent.
Really?
No.
Liar, pants on fire.
Well, that's why we get along so well, Max.
Dash.
What are you doing here? What's that?
I'm going to come in after every chemo treatment. 12's not too much to ask. Anyway, it's only 11 now, eh? Blow that out. Well done.
You know I'm going to vomit with that cake, don't you? You know that.
Well, that's why I bought this.